Well, the story is really about two humans, two men from seemingly very different backgrounds. One, whom I play, is John Kinley, who's a special forces sergeant who's very experienced in the field of military and in warfare, and is in Afghanistan, has been deployed numerous times and has a tremendous amount of experience, and has dealt with many different Afghan interpreters and has found himself in many different situations. He runs a unit that looks for Taliban munitions and explosive sites, and so it's constantly in threat and in very dangerous situations. At the beginning of this movie, he seems to be striking out over and over and over again and can't really find anything. He's going through a lot of red tape and is struggling with his unit to try and find any munition sites or anything to uncover. And so he kind of goes rogue in a way, but with permission. And after losing an interpreter and losing some of his men early on in the movie, he gets a new one. And he's saddled up right next to this interpreter who he doesn't really like so much. And so begins the journey of the film. I think what was very important to Guy at the beginning of this process was that it be a process of discovery. That there was the essential structure of the film, the idea of, two people, in my opinion, doing the right thing. It's a very simple story, a story about two human beings deciding, or actually in some ways being forced to do the right thing, that there is no other choice but that in the end to resolve, the agita and struggle inside oneself. So Guy was very simple with it, which is what I love about working with him, is that it's all about structure. And then day to day, it evolves into discovering minutia. What you figured out the day before is then added to the next day, and so on and so forth. So when I first met with him, he said, this is what I want to do. I want to have a real creative time, but I want it to be enjoyable. And I believe creativity comes out of enjoyment and out of joy, as opposed to tension and intensity in that way. Now, there's a space for that in front of the camera, but the process should be a place, the movie should be a place of discovery. And that was the first conversation that we had. For me, what got me was this relationship. When I first read the script, it was all about a very complicated relationship between two people and very little spoken. And I love that opportunity as a performer, the opportunity to communicate with someone on another level outside of the verbal communication. And to me, it felt like a Western, the opportunity to kind of sit in a space, occasionally ride your horse, but generally it's about the relationship, the unspoken relationship between two human beings. What I loved about John Kinley is that he's a good man. I think over the past number of years, I've tended to move towards characters that are, I guess people would define as sort of complex in how they walk the line between good and bad or this and that. I don't know if I really fully believe in that, good and bad. I think I believe in that we are all very complex, very fascinating humans, being put in many different trying circumstances, all of us. We have all certainly been through a number of years where so many people have faced terrible hardships, and it continues. So to me, I think John Kinley is a character that even through those trials, pulls out morality and humanity, even despite himself. I think the movie is an action, adventure, thrilling film. I think like any great genre movie that is action and adventure, I think at the heart of it is a real relationship. At the heart of it is something moving. And I think even though you will be thrilled while watching it, I think hopefully in the end, you will be moved. And may it, like so many of the wonderful movies I've seen that have moved me, have you walk out saying, I'm going to think about those other things in my life that maybe people I could help or something I could do, and also be entertained.
それは互いの存在をかけた約束。タリバン占領下のアフガニスタン。
Hey guys, meet Ahmed, our new interpreter. Why you want this job?
I need the money, sir.
アメリカ軍総長は一人のアフガン人通訳に出会った。
All right. I used to work with the Taliban.
So then why is he working for us?
Because the Talibs killed his son.
Steve, Tally's approaching.
You're out of your bounds, Ahmed. You're here to translate.
John, we're going home.
For 3 weeks, this family believed that you were dead. We owe that man your life.
通訳はタリバン占領下の土地を100キロ張って男を帰還させた。
There you go.
He ended up on their top 10 most wanted list with a price on his head.
And you think I have a choice? There is a hook in me. And you're gonna help me, Colonel.
異国の地で見つけた絆のため
I'll give you a full set of tools, but you're gonna be alone.
男のたった一人の戦いが始まる。
I am going to get that man and his family.
And you will do what you have. You'll come back alive.
コベナント約束の救出。